Good, good. Off this morning. All right, come in, have a seat. All right, as I said, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Thank you for coming through this morning and being with us here this Saturday. It's about to rain, it looks like, again in Joburg this week. Miserable weather. We've just come back with our top guys from Mauritius where the sun was shining. It was warm and we arrived back here and it's just raining and raining and raining. What's going on? We think this is the tropical island. But nonetheless, here we are, and I'm glad you've made your way through here this morning, and thanks for all of you who've tuned in live from around the country today. We hope to invigorate your 2019 this morning. We hope to give you purpose, and we certainly hope to give you some hope and some direction in a place, in a country, and in a time where I think most South Africans haven't got hope or direction anymore. That is our hope and objective this morning. So let's start. You're sitting at DuePoint. DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. It's important for you to know. Go and do all the research you want to do about us. You will find us online. We're nearly 70 years old, first registered in 1952, and we're a full-blown licensed and listed life insurance company. See, you can even broadcast in the room. It's great. We have one objective here. It's the reason why you're here this morning, and it is to create wealth. We are not in the business of selling things here at DuePoint. We are not in the business of creating cash off of transactions or sales. We are here to make wealth. In South Africa today, we are running around desperately trying to find jobs that do not create wealth, trying to find some form of survivable income, which is just not in our economy anymore. It's really not up for educated debate anymore, but we have run out of options in South Africa today, and this is the very reason why DuePoint exists, to create an option that the average South African can get involved with. We've built a system here that we call the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system allows you as an individual to come through and contract with us here at DuePoint as a wealth engineer. As a wealth engineer, we're going to give you one task. It's a simple task of connecting individuals to us. It's not selling and it's not advertising. It's just connecting individuals to us. By doing that, you put us in a position and our system in a position to start creating for you an extra recurring income. It can be your primary income, or it can be a secondary income for you, but it is an extra income that comes through on a recurring basis. This is very different from anything you've ever done before. If you have a job, you may think you have a recurring income, but you don't, because the moment you stop working, the income stops in its tracks. A recurring income is an income that is there whether you're working or not. It is an income that comes in every month reliably and on a steadfast basis. And it is also an income that is there not because you were selling something, but because you built something. At DuePoint, we use financial services products that run on automatic debit orders, which means that every month, whether you're working or not, the debit orders raise and the income comes in. It is part of the freedom that we build here at DuePoint. We put you in a position with the system to be able to leverage others to grow your capability beyond what you are right now, or have right now. You guys know if you're at a job, you've only got so many hours a day that you can work in, and you also know that there are natural ceilings in that job. There are certain points at which you will not be able to go further. At DuePoint, with our system, you have unlimited potential. You get to come in and leverage others. We call them channels of individuals here. Those channels will build wealth for you 24 hours a day. This beautiful system, because we don't have things. We don't have things you have to cart around. It means that at any point in the day, even if it's at 3 o'clock in the morning, you can instantly be doing a transaction, instantly be connecting an individual to us here at DuePoint. And know a few things for certain. The product will be delivered instantly. It will be delivered perfectly. It will work the same every time. It will never go off. You won't need to store it in the fridge or the back of your car. It is instantly in the hands of the individual you connected. Again, given the circumstances of South Africa, with Eskom turning the power on and off, the fridges are not even working properly anymore either. So anything to do with products is an issue. And here, we've resolved that. And through our system, we give you complete freedom and independence 24 hours a day, anywhere in the country, to be building wealth with us. You get to use our system at no cost. There's no starter fee. There's no monthly fee that you will pay to be here, and there is no admin fee or training fee or application form fee that you pay. We are in the business of creating wealth, not taking money from people. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer and automatically are allowed to use our system at no cost to you. This is a freedom that most people haven't yet understood. I have a lot of people that come to me and say, yes, but Brendan, look at this system and look at this and look at this. And I always go, well, how much did you pay to get in? Now, well, this one's 2,500 Rand a month, and this is 30,000 Rand to start with, and this is 10. I'm like, no, we don't have money like that anymore to throw away. Here, you don't start in a loss-making position. You start at zero and you build forwards. That's how different and unique our system is from every other one in the country today. You also don't need any educational qualification because you're not selling, guys. You don't sell a single product here at DuePoint. At DuePoint, we don't put you in a position where you have to be trained up to learn our products or to learn to present. None of that exists here. We simply ask you to connect people to us. And it means that everybody can do it. And it means that everybody in South Africa is now able to build an asset. What is an asset? Well, an asset, firstly, creates an income that is there every month, whether you're working or not. But secondly, an asset is something you can price and sell, or something that you can hand over to your children or to somebody else. And at DuePoint, that is exactly what you have in the channel you build here. When you pass away one day, your channel and its income will automatically be handed over to your children, and your children will earn the income you created during your lifetime. You too will have earned off of it, but it doesn't stop when you die. It carries on with your children. Real assets is what we build here at DuePoint, and we do it in a way that is absolutely convenient to you. We use the latest and greatest technology. We don't know of another company using the kinds of technology that we use here at DuePoint. And those technologies mean that 24 hours a day, anywhere in the country, you are able to do DuePoint. People say to me, Brendan, when are you going to bring your office to here and to here and to here? I don't need to. We never are. Because if you've got a smartphone in your pocket, you have DuePoint already in your pocket. You do not ever need to come to our office to do this business. And we have many wealth engineers that have never been here. But watch us live, use our tools, go to our YouTube channel, use the app on our phone, and are able to connect people 24 hours a day anywhere without even having to come to these physical walls here in Johannesburg. This is a system of complete and utter convenience for you. Now, as you connect people to us using one of our technologies and tools, well, some of the people you connect are going to want to become wealth engineers, just like you. And when they do, we allocate them to you and your channel is born. These folk go out and do the same thing. No matter where they are in the country, they connect people to us via our website, our YouTube, our app, our live broadcasts, whatever it is. They connect people to us. And again, when they become wealth engineers, we allocate them to you. And your channel grows as this process repeats itself across the country. We then, as the insurance company, come along and facilitate the purchase of our products throughout your channel, and your income is born without you having to sell a single thing, without you having to do a single presentation. We do the work for you here at DuePoint to create that wealth. Now, the wealth that we then create, we distribute to you in two ways. The first is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you 27.50 Rand for every product payment made in your channel every month that that product is paid for, multiplied by a factor of where in the channel the payment is made. That sounds complicated. This is how it works. You go out, you chat to a couple of your friends. They become wealth engineers. They pay for their product, and you are going to get 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand, every month that that product is paid for. Every month going forward. People have said to me, but Brendan, that's not enough. There's this system over here that will pay me 450 Rand. And I look at it and I go, yes, I'll pay you 450 Rand when you make the sale. Not every month. Here you make one connection of an individual to us just once. You never ever run back to that individual again. And every month our debit order system raises, and every month it's 55 Rand, 55 Rand, 55 Rand. Now, this individual may take another product of ours. We've got a whole suite of products. If he takes the second one, you get 110 Rand, a third one 165 Rand, a fourth one 220 Rand, and so on and so on. You now have a line of income that you've built into your asset. Not a single transaction, a line of income that you've created in your business with us here. These individuals go out, they chat to a few people, and again, they may become wealth engineers, pay for their products, and you're going to get 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand again. 55 Rand every month going forward. Have a look at this example. You've only put a couple of people in. You've been here for 5 minutes. You're earning 1,000 Rand a month with us. That's 12,000 Rand a year you have built off of very little effort. And you're only just getting started. If you put a little bit more time, a little bit more energy into the creation of your income with us, you'll continue to earn, but now at a diminishing basis, but only to the 8th point. From the 8th point on, you have unlimited potential. From the 8th point on, every product payment on every point that you qualify to earn on, you will get 4% of 27 Rand 50. If you watch our YouTube channel's training videos, you'll understand, firstly, how you qualify, but secondly, how we have created a generational asset here. You build your channel to 50 points big, hand it over to your children, they can build it to 100 points. And they can earn on everything. You do not have a limit to your income. Whatever job you have, no matter how important you are, there's a limit to your income. There's a limit to your potential. At DuePoint, the only thing that it takes is your time and effort. The rest is unlimited in the amount of income and wealth that you can create for yourself here. So let's look at that time payment. If you're going to put time and effort into this thing, what does it translate to into wealth here at DuePoint? We've been doing this for long enough now. We have many, many years of data on this. And so we're able to pretty accurately calculate what you could expect to earn with us off of effort. We use a growth rate formula because you have to grow. If you're not connecting people to us, well, then you don't get any income. I can tell you right now what you'll earn, nothing. But if you are connecting people at our growth rate, then I can predict plus minus what you can expect to earn with us. The growth rate formula we've used after many years of experience is called 3 plus 2. It says that in your first month with us, you put just 3 people on your first point. Just 3 in a month. Then every month thereafter, you are responsible for connecting 2 people a month. That's it, 2. Not 20, not 50, 2. If you can do 1 person every 15 days, and you can keep that up and be consistent with it, which means that when it's December, you still add 2. When it's Easter, you still add 2. Before you have your holiday, you add the 2. If you can do that consistently over time, then we can start to calculate what you can expect to earn here. We put all of our mathematics into it, and we say that after 6 months of doing it, so 3 in your first month, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, 6 months in, you can reasonably expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month with us. 2,500 Rand a month is 30,000 Rand a year that you have created for yourself off of the back of connecting 2 people a month. Now, if you don't connect 2 people, we have this often. We have people run in here, and they'll put 20 people into the presentation room, once off. 10 will kind of sign up. 4 might pay, and then they quit. And they go, Brendan, this business doesn't work. And I go, but you haven't been putting your 2 in a month. Get your 2 in a month. No, I put 20 people there, it doesn't work. Folks, the 20 people that you put in are not going to suddenly make you millionaires. You're generally going to go to your hot list, we call it. You're going to go to your parents, your brother, your sister, your cousins. You're going to go to your best friend who owes you. Okay? And they are, I can tell you right now, the worst people to go to. First of all, your family will say no or deride you just out as a matter of principle. You know, you come home with your brand new car and you say, guys, I got my new car. And they go, you should have got it in blue. Now, you're going to bring them in here and they're going to say no to you. No, folks, this is a time input business. You need to put time in order to create the wealth. You don't put the time in, you're not going to create the wealth. You've got to put another 6 months in. Another 6 months, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. When you've done that after a year, that's this time next year, guys, 2020. It's not in February this year. It's January next year. You can reasonably expect to be on about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. There's very few of you are going to get a 10,000 Rand raise this year. How many of you would like to increase your earnings by 1,000 Rand a month for 2019? Every month up 1,000 Rand. Well, you can do that at DuePoint. There will be people that do it at DuePoint. This is not a marketing exercise. We're not brand new. This is not a fly-by-night kind of thing. We've been around for 67 years, 68 years this year. This is not new. We know how this works. But will you put the time in? Because if you put a year in, you're up to 120,000 Rand a year. This can be hobby income. You're not going to quit your jobs to become a wealth engineer today. This could be extra. What does 120,000 Rand a year do for you? Does it pay for the school fees? Does it pay for your groceries? Your medical aid? How many South Africans have medical aid? How many? Every second person I see calls me and says, Brendan, you've got to help me out. You've got to pray for me. I'm very sick. I've got to go to hospital, but I've got no medical aid. It's a frightening reality. Hey? We know what it's like. We've been to the public hospitals. I think you go in one way and you come out worse, don't you? It's frightening. What does 120,000 Rand a year do for you? What does it do for you? If you keep doing this, plus 2, not 20 or 50, just 2 a month, consistently, you forget about who says yes and who says no and who pays and who doesn't pay and who thinks you're an idiot and who thinks you're great. You forget about all of that. You just add your 2 every month for 24 months. After 24 months, you can reasonably expect to be on about 27 to 30,000 Rand a month. That's 2 years from now. Any of you expecting a 30,000 Rand raise in the next 24 months? Well, you can give yourself one. Here at DuePoint, we say reward yourself first. We mean it. You have the ability here to start rewarding yourself. 2 years, and you've effectively given yourself a 2,000 to 3,000 Rand raise a month for 24 months. That's the space that you're in. 360,000 Rand a year after 2 years. If you can do it for 3 years, just plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. You don't come and tell me, Brendan, your business doesn't work because the first 40 people I spoke to didn't do anything. You don't tell me that. You just keep adding every month, your 2 people. If you can do that, then after 3 years, you can reasonably expect to be on about 40 to 45,000 Rand a month. 4 years, you're up to about 60 to 65,000 Rand a month. And if you can do half a decade, not 5 months, guys, not 5 weeks. We struggle with this with South Africans. We struggle. We saw it on Thursday night, didn't we? There was only a handful of black South Africans in the room, and there was like 100 white South Africans. I'm like, what's going on here? And when we talk to the black South Africans, they go, no, I need to be rich tomorrow. And we go, guys, there's no such thing. There's no such, no, but this Facebook site says they'll make me rich in 90 days. Hands up. Who knows someone who got rich in 90 days? Hands up. No, what you do know are people who've lost money, don't you? No, I did this thing and I lost 100,000. I did this thing, I lost 30,000. I did this thing. Guys, the reality in South Africa is that we have to put years in. No one's coming to save us. No one. The politicians are not saving us. No one's saving us. We have to now go, hang on, 5 years. Have I got a 5-year plan? I've got a 5-year plan now with DuePoint. And that 5-year plan will see you to 80 to 100,000 Rand a month if you can put the time in every month for 60 months. 60 months, not 60 days, not 6 weeks, not 6 months, 60 months. And after 5 years, you're in the top 0.5% of earners in the country. The top 0.5% of earners in the country. Guys, that's what we want to see happening. And we do and will have South Africans of every color succeed at DuePoint. We will. Their lives will be permanently changed. And those are the people we're looking for. Now, we've got this thing, we love it. Jane calls it self-selection. We don't have a selection process at DuePoint. I'm not going to stand at the door today and go, you can do it, but you can't. And you can do it, but you can't. I'm not going to stand there. You are going to self-select yourselves in or out. That's what you're going to do. We will watch. We will give this opportunity to everybody equally. And we'll say, go for it. And people of every race will self-select in and out. And there will be those who go, I can do 5 years. Because we're already starting to see it at DuePoint. We already have people at DuePoint self-selecting in and changing their lives. You can go to our YouTube channel and you can go and see their stories. They're all there. Go and look through them. They will tell you what they've done and how they've done. Some are earning a little bit, 800 Rand a month. But it's 800 Rand more a month. There are others that are earning 15,000 Rand a month. And there are those that are earning 70, 80, 100,000 Rand a month. They're there already. We have them all. Will you self-select in or will you self-select out? Will you put the years in or will you let others? Somebody said a beautiful thing the other day. You either buy the belief of somebody else or you buy your own belief. And when somebody says to you, this doesn't work, do you buy that belief? Or do you say to yourself, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And you buy your own belief. That's up to you. We've got people doing it. Plenty. As we saw on Thursday night. Plenty people doing this here at DuePoint. It's really just up to you now whether you're going to become one of them. Folks, this is not a business that takes 5 minutes because it's real. This is a business that will require your time and your energy. Not all will succeed because most will self-select out of the process. For those that select in, if you put the time and effort in, you have unlimited potential here at DuePoint with us. Once we have created an income for you, one that recurs every month and is steadfast and has changed your life, economically speaking, we then at DuePoint change your lifestyle. We have the objective of creating complete freedom at DuePoint. Not just economic freedom, but mental and time and lifestyle freedom as well. Through our XP Rewards training program, we teach you, firstly, how to become a successful entrepreneur at DuePoint. And secondly, we reward you in a way that starts changing your life. You've got to do two things in our XP Rewards program. You've got to plug into it. You've got to do the steps in it. You've got to learn in it. As you do that, we reward you with what's called XP points, experience points. As these accumulate and your channel grows, we start to rank you up in our program. As you rank up, we start to change your lifestyle. We start with a few tools. There's cash in it as well between, but I'm going to skip a few steps here. At rank 5, we give you an imported Lightning memory stick. It's from the USA. It's got everything you need on it to connect people to DuePoint, and it plugs into every single electronic device in South Africa. It plugs into them all. And it means that you can be connecting people to DuePoint 24 hours a day, whether you're online or offline with us. At rank 7, we give you a 17,000 Rand set of gold-gilded, imported, custom-made business cards. Gold-gilded. That's not ink. That's gold. It takes us a long time to make them for you because they are so unique. And when you bring them to South Africa and you hand them to South Africans, they're going to connect with DuePoint. It brings a whole new level. This is not one of those businesses that's blown in from China, where you don't know where the head office is. You've never seen any of the people behind it. They make promises on Facebook. You see the people standing at the airport, but it's next to the economy class counter, and then there are no more pictures after that. You know, this is not one of those things. This is the real deal. At rank 7, we bring you a nearly 20,000 Rand set of business cards. Do you know anybody who's got a 20,000 Rand set of business cards? No. For 5 Rand, you can get 1,000 at the corner of William Nicol and Witkoppen. Here, you're going to get a set worth 20,000 Rand. At rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size with us, every year that you do for the rest of your life, we take you away with your family on a 5-star holiday, all expenses paid business class. There's no economy class at DuePoint. This is business class. We change lives and circumstances and lifestyles. That's our objective because no one else is doing it for us in South Africa today. In 2019, ladies and gentlemen, there is only one conversation. I've said this to a number of people now. There's only one because there is nothing else left. There is only one conversation, and it's DuePoint. I've said to a number of my peers, you've got two choices. You either leave the country or you do DuePoint. That's all you're left with. That's all you're left with. You can either go and seek opportunity outside of South Africa or you do DuePoint because there are no other opportunities in South Africa right now. There are none. I'd love someone to come and show me. Other than getting really deeply involved in politics, I've heard it's quite lucrative according to the newspaper. Other than that, it's DuePoint or nothing else. We are in recession. You guys know it. We're in or it's close to recession, which means that in 2019 there are less jobs than there were in 2020. I mean in 2018. And what did we do? We added 340,000 matriculants to the employment pool. That means the competition increased by 340,000 people in 2019 and the number of jobs reduced. There is only one conversation in South Africa this year, and it is DuePoint. If you get to rank 9, whether you do it now or in 20 years' time, every year from that point on, your Decembers will look a little bit like this. we've just come back from that. A whole group of us, as you can see, and every year, new faces there this year, which was lovely as well to have. And we want to know who the new faces are going to be at the end of 2019 as that group grows and grows and grows. We've seen it go from year to year to year. You can actually see the pictures of this increase in the size of the group. Who is coming with us at rank 9? Now, rank 9 is not the be-all and end-all. Come and have a seat here. Come and have a seat here. It's not the be-all and end-all. Rank 9 is 9 out of our current 28 mapped ranks at DuePoint. It's like the first third. We actually say here at DuePoint that when you reach rank 9, you've got to the start line. You're now at the starting line. And from that point forward, when you get to January the 5th every year, you know exactly where you're going in December of every year. All of our rank 9s know where they're going at the end of this year. They do. They will build their channels further, and they'll join us again at the end of this year. It's up to you whether you're willing to put the time and effort in, or whether you will buy the belief of others who will tell you, no, it doesn't work. Well, it does work because we've got plenty of people doing it here at DuePoint. At rank 11, we give you another very useful tool. It's your own car. It is not financed to you. It's not rented to you. We don't give it to you and take it away, and we don't brand it because it's your car. It's yours. It's part of the process of really realizing freedom in South Africa today. Unlimited potential is what we give you here at DuePoint. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 4 products at DuePoint. Currently, you can find full details on these products on our website. Full explanations are there as well, both in written and video format. You can get the full policy documents if you want off of our website. And on our YouTube channel as well, you can find review and training videos on all of our products, every detail. So whether you can read or not, we have catered for you with our products. There are 4 products you can pick from. Our first is Access Wealth. It starts at 324 Rand a month. It gives you your very own tax-free investment account and 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. We take 100 Rand of your 324 every month and we put it into your investment account. So you're building an asset with us before you've even connected your first person to us. The second product we have is our Wealth Guard product. It's a R1,000,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover for 249 Rand a month. People have said to me before, but Brendan, I don't want personal accident cover. I will need illness cover. Ladies and gentlemen, did you see what was happening in December this year? Did you see? At 1,800 people a day were dying. Yikes! A day. Ladies and gentlemen, they were not falling over from disease. What were they falling over from? Car accidents. If we look at the statistics, go to the Stats SA website, you will see that the vast majority of people die from accidents up to the age of 65. After 65, illness starts beating you and beating that statistic. But folks, if you are under the age of 65, you're going to be shot, mugged, run over, taxi accident, car accident, pedestrian, you are going to die from an accident. And we're saying here, for 249 Rand, no medical declarations, no maximum age limits, no waiting periods, you're immediately under cover after your first payment. Every South African can have cover for themselves and their family. Folks, our third product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. This is our club where you get to connect to us as a 7-decade-old insurance company. We have retail stores, wholesale sales stores, and all sorts of service providers that come to us and give us rates that you could not get as an individual. Packages, services, vouchers, prices, all sorts of things you couldn't get as an individual. As a member of that club, you get access to all of them, and you can start adjusting your monthly spend and making it more economical through that. Then our fourth product is our Family Wealth Funeral Plan. Those of you who like funeral cover, we've got it here. It starts at 299 Rand a month. You can pick between 20 or 30,000 Rands worth of funeral cover, and you can add either 5 or 10 family members to that cover. And the principal member, the person who takes the product out, gets 10,000 Rands worth of outstanding debt cover, so that when they do pass away, we settle 10,000 Rands worth of their debt so that their family doesn't have to. We really feel like that's better than a tent and some airtime. It's not having to pay your parents or your family members' debt off. That's what we do here. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, will you be joining us in 2019 in what we are challenging people and South Africans to do in the building of wealth? Well, we've got a further incentive for you to get involved with us this year. We call it the DuePoint 365 Challenge this year. And what we're saying is we are looking for those that want to change their life this year. Not those that are going to take 5 years to do it, but those that are going to do it this year. We are looking for individuals who are willing and are able and will add one person to their channel every day this year. Just one person a day. That's it. This is not a big ask. We call it 365 because we want 365 people that you've added to your channel this year. Your 365 days start the moment you sign up. So you haven't lost 5 days. You don't have to worry. It's the moment you sign up, you have 365 days to add one person a day to your channel. Where you do that, well then, we will give you a 365,000 Rand reward at the end of your year with us here. 365,000 Rand in cash. Any of you getting a 365,000 Rand bonus from your job at the end of this year? No? Well, you have if you connect one person a day to your channel. T's and C's are all on our phone app and website, and the person who introduced you today can walk you through it. But that 365 Rand is for you. But along the way now, when you add 365 people to your channel, other things begin to happen. First of all, your recurring income starts growing. Remember, that's the first way we reward you, is through recurring income. We have calculated using our database and many years of experience that you can reasonably expect that after your year here with us, you will have earned 500,000 Rand in cash through our recurring income and rewards program. That means you're up to 865,000 Rand in cash by the end of 2019. In addition, you will have gone rank 9, which means you'll be coming away with us at the end of the year on our 5-star business class, all expenses paid family trip. And you would have hit rank 11 and got the 250,000 Rand car. That's 1.25 million Rands worth of value. If you do, what did you have to do? Sell hundreds of our pots and pans. Carry around tons of our creams and makeups. No. We're going to ask you to connect one person to your first point every single day this year. That includes Easter morning and Christmas Day. Now, of course, you don't have to do it every day. You could do 10 in one day and then skip the next 9 days. But we want you to have effectively have put 365 people on your first point by the end of this year. If you can do that, you are 1.25 million Rand wealthier in 12 months with DuePoint. Now, there are no losers to this challenge. People have said to me before, that's impossible. Well, maybe it is. Maybe you only put 100 people in. Maybe the whole year you're only able to connect 100 people. That's only 1 every 4 days. Okay, fine. 100 people will take you to rank 9 at DuePoint. Just mathematically speaking, your channel will grow to rank 9. That means you're still coming to Mauritius and you're earning 20 to 30,000 Rand a month in recurring income. That's your worst case scenario. Maybe you only put 150 people in, or 50 people in, or 200 people. You don't lose. You have already created a recurring income. You've got the rewards out of our XP Rewards training program. And with probably 100 people or more, you will have made rank 9 at the very least during the 12 months of 2019. This is what we're putting on the table. I don't know of any other business that has on the table what we have, that is a South African-based, South African-run, South African-created and calculated business that puts this on the table and says, we'll take you away every year, not once, re-qualify every year. We'll take you away every year. We'll put you in transport. We will build you an income that's there when you're sick or healthy, when you're working or can't, and give you an asset you can hand to your children when you pass away. Who else is doing that in South Africa? And then people go, no, I need to go away and think about it. Really? Who are you going to think about it with? What research would you like to do? We're going to get you started in January this year on that 365. We're going to prove to you it can be done. In January, we're saying to you, if you can put 30 people in, it's one person a day, just about, we'll give you 1 day off. We'll give you New Year's Day off, okay? If you can put 30 people in the month of January, we'll put 15,000 Rands worth of cash in your bank account halfway through February. Can you add 30 people? What would 15,000 Rand do for you right now? It certainly would pay off December's debts, wouldn't it? Get you back on your feet for 2019. It would also prove to you you can put a person in a day. There will be people that do this. There will be. Don't look at this and go, it's impossible. No, it's not. I'm going to show you a whole bunch of people that are going to do it by the end of January. It's whether you buy their belief or buy the belief that it can't be done. 30 people in by the end of January, and you're 15,000 Rand richer, and you've ticked off your first month in the 365 challenge. That's what we're doing for you here at DuePoint. If you want to go and get some more credibility about DuePoint, go and do it. Jump onto the internet, go to Constantia's website. We're a public listed company, so our financial statements are there, our directors, our owners and shareholders are all there. Our BEE status is there. I've had people come and insult me by telling me I'm too dark. I should be lighter. No, the other way around. But you can see our BEE status there if you'd like. We are a South African company. Go and look us up. Go to the JSC's website, find us our listing there under Conduit Capital. Go to the FSCA's website and find our licenses there. Life, short, medical, and our financial services providers licenses. That's just one of them there. Go and find the others. Okay, they're all there. Go and see who we are. Know that we're here for real. That we've been around a long time. And that we are in the business of creating wealth in South Africa. And we want you on board with us. You've got questions and concerns? Come and ask them. No problem. We've got a client service team. You can call them from around the country Monday through Friday. They'll answer any of your questions, help you with anything. But I'm here this morning to answer any of your questions. And the wealth engineers that connected you today can also assist you. You'll also find everything else on our website and our YouTube channel. But don't walk away here today with a perception that's incorrect or with questions that are unanswered. Rather, pick up this tool today. It's going to cost you nothing. No money will pass from your hands today. There's no credit card machine waiting for you outside. Just become a wealth engineer today. Pick up the tool and start now creating wealth. We don't have the luxury of time. We don't have that luxury. If you wait, you will have lost a year in which you could have created wealth. 2 years in which you could have created. And can I tell you, you will be back here. You will be back here. The sad thing is people go, I don't want to do this. But the reality is, you'll be back at DuePoint because there is only one conversation in South Africa in 2019, and it's DuePoint. You will be back here. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for those of you watching us around the country. We will see you Monday.